Thank you to the tutors. We're the Backline Comedy Online Open Mic. We have been crushing it since quarantine. We kind of had to. We had no choice, but wow, look at what's happened. So many amazing people from all over the world, from Chicago, from, oh gosh, I have a list, from Detroit, from Los Angeles, from Philadelphia, from LA, from Boner Town. Yeah. New York City. From that's Angus. Portland, California, Sioux Falls, Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, Alabama, Hawaii. It's going to be a fun ride. Everyone does 3 minutes of comedy. And then if you stay and watch the whole thing all the way till the end, everybody does another minute. And it's really fun. It's kind of like you get to see everybody again. And you just get reminded about how awesome everyone is. We're going to be putting our Instagram stuff in the chat so you guys can follow each other. A lot of people have been watching. So hi, this is cool. I'm Brooke. I spell it with an E. Sometimes, though, I'll spell it wrong. Bro, not cool. Yeah, not cool. I know. I'm trying really hard to be more relatable in life, I guess. But I'm also just trying to be myself, okay? Sorry, that came out intense. But, so I personally, I identify as a trisexual. And you're like, is that because you'll try anything? It's not because I don't know how to ride a bike. And it's not because I'm into guys with 3 dicks, but like, wouldn't that be funny? Like 2 down there and like 1 on the forehead. Come on, you know you fucked a dickhead before. I really actually consider myself a trisexual because I'm really into threesomes. Specifically, what I'm trying to say is I really want to make out with your girlfriend. I thought it would be so funny. I went to my friend's housewarming party and I had a bottle of wine and a pun in my pocket. The name of the wine, Menage a Trois. So I come in and I say, hey, it's Menage a Trois and I'm open. And she goes, Brooke, that's my stepdad.
Oh.
But I mean, like, kind of was like, I mean, to be honest, like, it was like the hottest threesome I've ever had. By far. Like, whoa, daddy. That was fun. Okay, apparently we only get 3 minutes. That's fine. We do shows all the time, so you can follow us, and then you can see this, and you can go through my Instagram and go through the 69 story. Like, let's say you're having a kind of sad day, and you're like, what would cheer me up? Way too many 69s. So many that, like, your neck might get in a cramp because you're looking at them all day. Okay, on deck, we have Trish Sullivan. Our first comedian comes from Detroit. He has a show called This Just In News, Feedback Mike. It's on Thursdays. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please put your hands together. I don't have co-hosting abilities, Natalie, so I am not able to pin, but I will introduce Aaron. Please put your hands together for the very, very funny Aaron.
I'm Aaron. My parents spelled my name with 2 A's because they thought I was going to be an alcoholic.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It's not just a dramatic pause.
I thought it was.
To him a couple of times, like yesterday and then earlier, but he came back, so we're gonna give him a second. If you in the Zoom, if you have a quick roast of Aaron. Aaron, you look like someone's trying to tell you that you owe him money.
He looks like a very dirty Mr. Clean. Aaron
like if it-
saying, what did that motherfucker say?
Like 60s NFL coach.
Just putting him on blast.
He looks.
Alright.
I don't.
He looks like if an egg could join the mafia.
If an egg. Well, what? That's cool. That's cool. We're off to such a good start. Wasn't that fun? We just won. We wung that? No. Swung that? No. We
Swing and a miss.
winged it. Is that the right word? Winged? We winged it? That doesn't
Wang.
We improvised.
Yeah, that's what we did. We flew with the river.
We went with.
We
flew the-
flowed.
We
Is that
flew the
correct?
coop.
Words are hard right now. Ian Sandy is on deck. We're gonna go to our next comedian, but when Aaron comes back, he's gonna get his full 3 minutes. I don't think he really got anything yet. Please put your hands together. She is from Chicago. She has a show. Is it hot in here? It's once a month. It's so much fun. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Trish Sullivan.
Hey, welcome to day 137 of my personal quarantine. I thought the pigtails and mask makes me look younger, but if you look at my neck, it kind of wrecks the whole thing. So I'll just go back to myself. Have you ever done anything that you thought was really brave? I have. I wore a sleeveless dress to my daughter's wedding. I bet you can't top that. That dress had pockets too, a ball gown with pockets. It was awesome. So I recently realized that avocados are a lot like men. They're either too soft or too hard, and they're only good for about 15 minutes. I've been using this time of quarantine to figure out what I'm going to do after this is all over. And I'm thinking about starting a business, divorce showers. You know, when you get married, when people get married, they have your friends, your families, they have parties, they give you gifts. And then when you get divorced, you have to separate all that stuff apart. And now you have two partial households of stuff. So I want to plan your party. I won't even take a commission or charge you for the party. You pay for the food, you pay the bartenders and the waiters directly because they're all unemployed here in Chicago now. Everybody's out of work. But then I'll help you set up the registries with Macy's and Amazon and I don't know, Petco, whatever it is that you need stuff from. And then I'll just take my commission from them. So when you're trying to figure out who to invite, I think it's going to be really simple. Look at your invitation list from when you got married. Friend of the bride, friend of the groom, friend of the bride, friend of the groom. And the ones who were friends with both of you before you got married, just say, choose. I'm also thinking about starting a restaurant called Gluten Glutton. Everything that's on the menu will have gluten in it, even if it's not supposed to, like vegetables and salads and ice cream and all that good shit. No? Okay. I think it'll be fun. I'm going to leave with this. I'm going to leave you with this. I used to live in Omaha, and I did my first open mics and my first showcase at the Backline with Brooke. My beautiful friend Brooke. But Omaha is weird. At the grocery store chain there, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation sells candy bars to raise money. Always thought that was a little odd. I'm Trish. Have a great night.
Woo! Hey! Keep going for Trish Sullivan. This Trish on Instagram. She always posts beautiful pictures on her nature walks. Love her. Very, very funny. Thank you. Mwah. So Aaron made it back. He says his power company sucks. We're gonna let him give it another try. Okay, if he freezes again, we'll just roast him for another minute and see if he wakes up. All right, everybody, please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen. Don't forget to Aaron.
Hey, power companies suck. I tell you what. I am AA Ron. My parents spelled my name with 2 A's because they thought I was going to be an alcoholic. Thanks, Mark and Rita. Addiction runs in my family. It started when I was young. I got hooked on phonics. I don't have to go to the drugstore to spell superior spermicide prophylactic. My parents only had one book for baby names. I got the first name out of the book. My sister got a blind pick Andrea, and my brother got Argon the Conqueror. He was a gassy one. When I was younger, I used to use lawn darts to get rid of my younger siblings. May they rest in peace. And that's why I'm not allowed within 100 feet near a playground. Kidding. They're alive and well in a vegetative state. I knew every time my parents had sex. I could hear the bed springs creaking. You can't forget that. I used to yell, "Come on, guys, use your own damn bed." During lockdown, I had a tooth break. The dentist's office was closed. I had to pull 4 posts with a needle nose pliers. Tomorrow, I'm taking out my appendix with a hacksaw.
Shit.
I had to get tested for COVID recently. The test came back negative for COVID, but positive for cotton swabs in my brain. Years back, I had to have a testicle scan. That's TESTICLE. Thanks, phonics. Because they hurt during lovemaking. The doctor suggested before having sex, remove them from her handbag. I'm happy if I can get dressed, get to work, and relieve myself in the correct order. I celebrate the small victories. You know what? I've been lifting people's spirits lately, and it's a rewarding experience. So far, I have 2 fists of Jack and a 5th of Captain Morgan Short for my efforts. Here's what ails me. Oh, it's worth a shot. Guess my parents are right naming me AA Ron after all. Oh, I'm late for my AA meeting. I'll see you guys later.
Hey.
That was it. Okay. Woo! Hey, Ron, you made it through. Woo! And you gave me 20
Didn't freeze.
about stuff. I had something to say. I can't remember it now, but it was really, really cool. Oh, yeah, I remember. So last week, it was really, really hard because when you guys are spotlit, like, I just want to look at you, right? And I want to watch you and, like, enjoy your set. But at the same time, I like the gallery view because I want to watch how everybody is responding to what you say. And it's so hard because I, like, want to watch you, and then I want to watch everyone, and then I want to watch you, and I want to watch everyone. And it's like, that's what I'm, like, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time just appreciating every single second of this. Okay, on deck is Yash. Our next comedian comes from Los Angeles, California. He wants to let everyone know to make sure that you drink your water. It's summertime. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Ian Zandy.
I wrote that. I think I put a smiley face too. Did I put a smiley face?
No, just explanation.
No? Oh, that's rude of me. Easy segue. Okay, let's try this new bit. I've been hiking and running a bunch. You know, I want to give people another reason to hate me. If there's anything that people hate more than exercise, it's hearing me talk about exercise, which I'm gonna do right now. You know, and I'd love to tell you how much I love it and the benefits of health and yada yada. I hate it. I hate it so much. You know, I'd struggled to climb up the hill and I just have the red hair, paint just like dripping down my face, looking like blood. I look like Rambo. Just look at the passerbys and scream at them, ah, like Rambo. I don't know what Rambo does. I've never seen Rambo. Maybe he says his own name. He just, Rambo! I don't. Maybe that's what he says. I've never seen that. This is my version. I can do this. But I'm struggling with it, you know. I work so hard and I look to my left and there's like a little dog, you know, so small you could like fit it into a bread box. And you might be thinking, Ian, why a bread box? I don't know. Ask the game 20 questions. They're always like, is an object bigger than a bread box? I don't know. How big is a fucking bread box? Who has had a bread box in the last 50 years? Nobody. That's my rant on bread boxes. We'll take that part out. You know, I've eaten cheeseburgers bigger than this dog. Okay? But my 27-year-old ass is like struggling while tiny dog with his tiny legs is just like gliding along up there, you know, looking at me with his beady little eyes, like, try to keep up with me, bitch. I'm like, has anyone seen this dog taunting me right now? And I reach the top, you know, and it's nice. You can see all of Los Angeles. Look down, you kind of feel insignificant. It's nice. You take it in. I reflect for a moment. I think to myself, damn, look down there at all those failed podcasts. Those failed movie podcasts. Straight white men. What a loss. And to my left, and the little dog has its own podcast. I'm like, come on. The dog gets signed to CAA by the park ranger. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is the park ranger also an agent? He's like, yeah, you got to do 2 jobs to keep up in LA. I'm like, fuck, you're right. Okay, that last part didn't happen. That's too much of a stretch. I get it. We'll end on that. Thank you. I've been Ian.
Should be going for Ian Z and D. Follow it on the Instagram and stuff so your life can be better. You can have more joy in it. Yeah. We've got like 37-ish comedians left. No biggie. Gosh. Our next comedian, Philadelphia. Rhymes with Josh. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to your screen, Yash Punati.
Hey guys, hello. So my name is Yash. Thanks, Brooke, for having me here. I am Hindu. That's my religion. Several years ago, a Christian friend of mine, a good friend, was trying to poke me, playfully, of course. He said, hey, you guys have an elephant god, a monkey god. How does that even make sense? You know, I really did not want to bring up a talking snake, a burning bush, a boy living in a fish, or a 600-year-old carpenter building a boat, or even a virgin birth. So I said, you know, lovely glass house that you're living in there, would be a shame if someone starts throwing stones at it. Right. Anyway, so how come we have these detailed descriptions of heaven and hell? I mean, did somebody go there, visit, make a nice report, come back and say, hey, yeah, honey and milk, virgins and soft, fluffy clouds, etc. for heaven, and, you know, lakes of fire, somebody getting fried in oil in hell? Shouldn't these be adjusted for 21st century, you know, heaven 2.0, if you will? You know, flowing margaritas and mojitos, maybe? You know, chai, you know, hot chai for Indians. You know, these Indians are crazy, you know, my kind. You know, even in hell, surrounded by lakes of fire, they would still demand hot chai. These guys are nuts. Right? But by the way, here's another question I have. Is it the same hell for everyone? Or are there different levels of hell? You know, I can't imagine that murderers, rapists, sex traffickers would go to the same jail or same hell as someone who eats the wrong kind of meat. or uses the Lord's name in vain, or masturbates. Really? Same one? Not making sense there. Anyway, not sure how much time I have. A quick one here. I did a stand-up showdown a couple of days ago. There was a $10 prize. So night before that, I told my wife, hey, you should watch and vote for me. She said, you know, I'll give you $20 to not have to watch you. Wow. So you see, with my wife, I get no respect, you know, just no respect at all. You know, it's just crazy. So I was doing this bit, and my friend says, hey, some older comedian's copying this one. Apparently, this no respect bit of mine, apparently some other guy is copying, some Rodney? Yeah, apparently his name is Rodney. He's copying my stuff. Oh, well. Anyway, that's my time, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, Yash Punati from Philadelphia. He's been all over doing new mics. Have you done any back to house stuff yet? I don't know if I even said that right. My words aren't making sense. We got Angus on deck, our next comedian, first time here, I believe, from Los Angeles. Wants me to promote wearing masks. I say be yourself, but do it with caution. Be kind. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Josh D. Donato.
Thank you, Brooke. Just in case you haven't seen me before, I don't have a mustache usually. This is a Corona stash. This is like 8 minutes old, and will probably last not through the night based on the precision and how it looks like it is taped on. I've been doing more of these Zoom comedy things, and it has occurred to me that the difference between killing in a Zoom comedy show and bombing in a Zoom comedy show is almost indistinguishable. I have no idea. It all feels terrible. Yeah, so I've been following the election a bunch. I've been involved in politics. I moved to Miami in 2016 to work as a field organizer for the Hillary Clinton campaign. And no, you don't know how to react to that. You're like, should we clap or weep, yell, lock her up? It was a great job, actually. I'm kind of bummed that I can't work for a campaign this year. Crazy long hours working for a presidential campaign, 12+ hour days, no days off. But it was very fulfilling work. I was coordinating volunteers. And I have to say, the Hillary Clinton campaign was a well-run, successful campaign. We had one bad day. I would have picked a different bad day, like a Thursday. Been a good call. It's interesting how it's like Trump is tanking in the polls, and it's interesting to think about like millions of people who are now kind of on my team, and I just kind of feel like saying like, so the Muslim ban you were cool with, and like babies in cages, but it just took your cousin dying to make the racism not worth it. Okay, all right, welcome. Welcome to the team. It's funny how like Joe Biden, Trump's trying to portray him as a threat and like a far leftist. And if you watch Joe Biden for 10 seconds, you just know nobody's buying that. And also hard to paint him as a threat because he's an old white guy. He's not a scary black man or a scary smart lady. So thank you for your time. Good evening.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got Ralph. Well, we don't know if we've seen Ralph. I sent Ralph a message. So as of now, Adam is on deck. Our next comedian is comes to us from Bonertown.
Yeah.
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 Lots of fun. Lots of energy. Are you guys ready for this? I might actually need to stand up. All right. Please help me welcome to your screen the very funny Angus Wisson.
Whoa, yeah. Oh shit, yo, what up, guys? My name is Angus. Oh yeah, baby. Well, okay, let's get this party started. All right, what are you guys drinking? Are you guys drinking? What are you guys drinking tonight? You guys drinking? You guys smoking weed? Yeah, I smoke weed. Okay. Tonight's episode is we're calling tonight's episode of the show I've just started right now, this very second, called Where's the Beef? It's where I review movies that really bring the beef. You know what I'm saying, Brooke? Yeah, look at this beef right here. Oh, yeah, shit, man. What I wouldn't do to this movie a lot, you know what I'm saying? Brooke, you remember when you and I watched this movie about speed and stuff, and like somehow we ended up in outer space? Oh, yeah, baby, I remember that too. This is a high-quality film that everyone should watch. Keanu Reeves, he's a pretty attractive man, not like I'm into it. I mean, I am, some of you do whatever you want. Man, okay, what's my next movie? Here's my here's my next movie, Space Camp. Yeah, speaking of outer space, Brooke, yeah, man, this is the best movie ever because they get they get shot into outer space, and I don't know about you guys, but I want to do that again. Okay, shit. We got a few more movies. Oh yeah, KJ, I love you too. I love you all. Okay, so we got a minute 30 left. Oh yeah, oh wait, this isn't a movie. It's just one of my favorite books, The Babysitter's Club.
Yes.
Stacy's Mistake. Yeah, Stacy's Mistake. Oddly enough, my mom's name is Stacy. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, what else? Okay, what other movie is on my list? Oh shit, oops, where did these come from? Yeah. This is like my visual like bucket list right here. This is what I'm going for in my life. Yeah, slobbing on my knob. Okay, so oh shit, we're all, oh yeah, wait, this is my favorite movie too. My girlfriend's butt buckets. Yeah, we got big old butt buckets. All right, yeah. Don't worry, no one's ever worn those. They're shit. Okay, last movie. Yeah, man. Okay, you guys, the last movie. Have you ever seen this movie with the twisters and the tornadoes? Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, Omaha, Nebraska. I think shit happens there. I was gonna say bad stuff, but I prefer cussing. Yeah, this movie's dope because like people like go like, oh, I'm watching the clock as I go, 233, 234. You know when Bill Burr did that whole thing in Philadelphia where he went crazy on the whole crowd? Yeah, I'm not that qualified to do that kind of thing yet. But anyway, so this movie's fucking dope. And the best part about the movie is you know what saves the day? Not Bill Paxton, not Helen Hunt. It's a bunch of balls. Yeah, that's right. A bunch of balls save the day. Anyway, my name is Angus. You guys are being dope.
If I ever go back to the psych ward, I want you to be there.
I'll be there.
Make them all be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
All of this is fine. It's great. Oh, I love it. Thank you. One more round of applause for Angus Wisson.
Thanks, guys.
Phoenix, Arizona. If you want to follow, they'll put their little Instagram on the chat. You follow and then watch the YouTube and then share the love. If you have like a Fred Durst meme, tag Angus. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That shit was wild. Speaking of wild, we got KJ on deck. We've got maybe Adam. Is there an Adam here?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Cool.
He's here.
All right, so we're gonna introduce Adam. He's from Washington, D.C. I don't know if LAX is an airport or not, or if it's just your last name. But I'm not gonna make any jokes. That's your job. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Adam Lax.
Yeah, that is my last name. Lax. Weirdly enough. Yeah, I know I kind of look like if Wolverine was played by Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
I'm unemployed, and I look like I'm unemployed. So I'm a real comic now. But like I am going on vacation.
What is it that you're delivering?
Because like I need a break from jerking off and smoking weed all day. So I have been job hunting. Anyone else job hunting? Or is this more like a job foraging crowd? Oh man, yeah, like it's like those like job postings though, they're kind of like a little misleading, like they like to say like those jobs are like entry level, but like they require 3 to 5 years of experience, so like not entry level unless there's like a last minute change in the dictionary I was unaware of. Yeah, I don't know. Like, how could someone from college, straight out of college, get a job where you need 3 to 5 years of experience for some entry-level job? Like, all I can think of is like maybe a cop. Like that's usually entry level, but like it also requires like 3 to 5 years of violent behavior. um, I do though like writing those resumes and cover letters. I love writing fiction. And it's really a great creative opportunity, you know, like turning in like job titles to make them sound more unique, like administrative assistants can turn into supervising manager of assisting. But no, okay, cool. All right. Work in progress. But then there's like the phone interview, you know, like the I could be naked interview, and like possibly tweaking my nipples. Well, yes, I am interested in your benefits package. Very interested. Ooh. All right, not a nipple tweaking crowd. Cool. All right, I'll end on that. Thanks a lot.
Woo! Please put your hands together one more time for Adam Ladd. It's an open mic. It's fine. We're just having fun. We're having fun. We're having good times. That was fucking fun. All right, Alex Portillo, you are on deck. Our next comedian, pretty much a regular here at the Backline. I feel honored. And also the queen of radical comedy from Chicago, the very wonderful. Please put your hands together for KJ Whitehead.
Yay! Wow, my time is now. Hello, everyone. From wherever you're seated at. I'm KJ from Chicago. So it's nice to see you all. We're in the midst of the election thingy going on right now. It's not going on just yet, less than 100 days, but it's happening. Honestly, folks who are still on Trump's side want to be peaceful with us, shake our hands. And I can't shake your hand if it's all the way up here. That's where I thought. That's one. On the flip side of that, voting for Biden feels like I'm giving a white comic permission to say nigga on stage. What to do? I told y'all motherfuckers who I wanted, but you didn't listen. But white boys here in my politics like to call me a snowflake. Confuses me because I thought snowflakes were actually white. Where I stand on this is that people have a misunderstanding to racism in America, and I don't understand how people could think that it's not here anymore. For example, schools coming back up, where Chicago is still trying to figure out what they're doing about schools, and in one school a few years back, there was an 8th grader who got one of those little end of the year awards, mock awards, and she was black, and she was voted most likely to blend in with white people. Wow. You think that's funny? That is awful. Because the thing about it is, for one, people are thinking that's her worth, to blend in with white people, to actually be associated with white people. Me personally, I don't want to be associated with people who can't season their damn food. That's where I draw the line. I'm willing to work with you on stuff, but when everything you cook tastes like a flat sparkling water, I don't know what to do for you at that point. What do I do these last? I'm 28. And seeing as I'm a millennial, there's Gen Z out right now, which is like 21, 22-year-olds, as I just went out with a 23-year-old not too long ago. I don't worry about getting older because black don't crack, but milk does spoil. With that said, fuck Donald Trump, burn everything. Faith is the enemy of reason. I'm KJ Whitehead. Good night.
I'm not gonna feel targeted. Not gonna feel targeted. Not gonna feel targeted. It's okay. It's a weird time to be white. It's a really weird time to be white. It's good though. We're all not all of us, but I and some of us are educating ourselves and learning a lot. On deck is Michael Cooper, our next comedian. Holy shit. Okay, you guys. I can't. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Okay, I'm gonna do it, but please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen, Alex Portillo.
Hey, I have no idea what you're talking about, Brooke. Anyway, I'm Alex Portillo. I live in Camarillo, and I guess it just came to my attention that last week's, just ate a taco salad. I'm actually still in the middle of eating a taco salad. It's pretty good, but yeah, taco salads are great. I recommend them. They're not that healthy though, even though it has the word salad in it. So yeah, last week's video, I guess, stream has been viewed 1,000 times, and I'm on the thumbnail. So last week I guess the thumbnail was like this.
Oh my god.
And that's like not the only one that I'm a thumbnail on. The other was like one from like March where I'm like, yeah. And I still look weird. So you didn't get the thumbnail from 2 weeks ago, like you said, of me, like, nope. Okay. Anyway, that was a thing. So I think that would have been a better one than anyway. I still look weird. But I do have eyebrows now a little bit. They're coming in. They exist. But I still look like an alien, or I don't know what I look like. I'm in quarantine, so that's why I look. This is like incentive to stay inside more, to look like a complete crazy person. Like, do I want to go out today? No, I don't, because I look like this. So it actually works. But yesterday I actually did have to leave the house. I had jury duty. So the thing about I live in California. So the thing about summertime in California is kind of weird. It's kind of counterintuitive. So I was driving towards the courthouse, so I had to go over some mountains, and it was like 75 degrees and sunny at my house or apartment. Went up some mountains, and then it was like at the top of the mountains, it was like 95 degrees, and there's like a fire that they're trying to put out. And then I go down, nice view of the ocean and everything, go down towards the courthouse, which is close to the sea. 69 and cloudy. That's like summertime in California. 69 and cloudy, which is like perfect for Brooke. So I think Brooke could like move to the Southern California coast for at least for the summer, just do her summers there. 69 degrees, day, night. Wow. It's cloudy though, but I think it's perfect. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna just make faces to see if this makes the thumbnail.
Oh man.
Any suggestions, like what type of face I should make for the rest of my time? I think that was a good one. What, just my regular face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
I was doing that. I was like, I'm gonna get cut, and then it'll just look at me like that. I host the open mic on Fridays, and Alex comes to it too, and he had like a wiggle drawn on each eyebrow on Friday night. Please put your hands together one more time for Alex Portillo. What I love about comedy is like when you're like just doing you and you're being like 100% authentically you, you're crushing it. You're hilarious. Nobody can touch you. It's insane. That was funny. Kate Burrell is on deck. Our next comedian, also from Chicago, kind of not also, but there's been other comedians. Words. Very, very fun. One of my friends. Yeah. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to your screen, Michael Cooper.
Hey y'all, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm fine. Shit's weird. I need people to stop trying to convince me that the Second Amendment is gonna protect us from fascism. Like, that's not how it works. Because here's the thing about leaning on the Second Amendment as like, this is how we're going to defeat a truly fascist regime. If you shoot a cop, more cops show up. And they are much more upset than the first cop was.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this doesn't get 1,000 views because I feel like I am pushing the limits of free speech in America right now. Therefore, I'm gonna clear something up here. I don't hate cops. I have family who's in law enforcement. My own brother is a police officer. He's a cop back home in Alabama. He was gonna come to Chicago to do it, but they wouldn't hire him. They said he didn't have enough video editing experience. I'm 33 and I'm polyamorous, which is just a long way of saying I'm tired. But like, and when I tell people that, like, they have questions, but like, I had questions when I was monogamous. Questions like, hey, who's this guy? I recently made a big life choice, a big financial choice. I had an a high-end acoustic guitar finance. And I don't mean I ran a credit card and I'm going to pay it off with a reasonable interest rate over time. I mean, I filled out an application specific to, should we give you a loan for an acoustic guitar? And you know who should qualify for that? Nobody. Fucking nobody should qualify for that. My credit score should be a 2 after I filled that thing out. It did make me realize, like, you know, I've grown up a little bit. You know, when I was 16, I'd look at a great acoustic guitar and I'd be like, you know what? I love writing songs, and but I also want to get good at the performance part. Because if I get good at the performance, I might get laid. But now when I'm having sex with my girlfriend, I'm like, I want to give a good performance, because if I can give a good enough performance, she might co-sign my application to have an acoustic guitar finance. Only at comic M_M_Cooper, unless you are the feds. Thank y'all.
That's for all the 1,000 people that are watching us. If for real you're watching and you're one of those 1,000 people, feel free to Venmo me at Brooke Makes Fun. You can also, you know, write stuff in the chat and hit the likes and do the shares and stuff. We'll totally know that you're here. One more round of applause for Michael Cooper. We are doing good job. We've got Cody on deck. Our next comedian is from Phoenix, Arizona, and it is hot. So if her jokes are fire, that's probably why. Please put your hands together for the very funny Kate Burrell.
Hi. I'm Kate Burrell. One more time for Michael. I really thought Michael was going to say, look, I don't hate the cops in my family, but when it comes to Thanksgiving, I mean, you get you make the turkey too dark and they're shooting the place. Really thought. I know, brutal on a Tuesday. But I'm in Arizona and it is Tuesday, so what are you going to do about that? Nothing. I don't mind anybody saying that I should go back to where I came from. I just don't want you telling me that I came from the kitchen. Although, to be honest, I did come from the kitchen. I was hungry. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do when everything goes back to normal, like make a new friends list, have a new circle of friends that I can be around, except I don't want to meet them. I mean, in-person interactions aren't just going to be the same. There's no red button you can push to leave. Driving is the worst way to start a nap. We're focused on the road, and we have everything around us. We have other cars, we have pedestrians, we sometimes have animals that we run over and we feel bad about more than people. You know who you are. and we're just like, nah, I'm gonna text behind the wheel. Do 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 do. I see you guys have stopped driving. Hey, so be careful for what you dream for, because I thought it'd be great to work in a job where I'm making a difference in someone's life. I didn't realize that would involve cleaning toilets. Oh, you people don't clean toilets either. Wow. This is not my audience. I need people that drive and clean toilets. This is not my audience. My audience tonight. You know what I'm annoyed at? People outing themselves as predators, which is both great and bad. I knew one predator that kept outing himself throughout the month of June, and finally other comics were like, yeah, this is not the coming out that we celebrate. Thank you.
Keep it going for Kate Burrell. I'll put her stuff in the chat so that you can follow her too. She does a lot of funny things, obviously, just like that. Okay, on deck is Zoe. Our next comedian is from Boston. Seen him here a few times. Very, very fun. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Cody Webb.
Yeah, I think that's good enough for me. Just like 3 people clapping, that's fine. No, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that's an accurate amount of applause. I wish I wasn't such a pushover in life. I have a really hard time telling people no. I think it's because I want everyone to like me, but you guys aren't my therapist, so I don't know why you need to know that. Yeah, it's gotten real bad, you guys. Like, I've almost converted to Mormonism 3 times because I was that afraid of saying no. Like, I was that afraid to confront Mormons. Do you understand how insane that is? I was afraid to confront Mormons, the human equivalent of plain toaster waffles. Okay? Like, and not any like Eggo blueberry shit. No, like store brand, plain, gluten-free toaster waffles, no syrup, and with a glass of water. That's what Mormons are. And I am afraid to tell them no. Other Mormons aren't afraid to confront other Mormons. I don't know what that makes me, but I don't like it. Okay. Not the situation I want to be in. Seriously, if this were at a live open mic and somebody had a heart attack and yelled out, "Is there a doctor anywhere in here?" I would go over there, help them out, and hope for the best. I'm not a medical doctor. I have no training, but I'm very afraid to answer no to a theoretical question. So I am just going to go over there and try my best, all right? It doesn't, like, on the bright side, though, you can't be sued for malpractice if you don't have a medical license. So, yeah, so I'm telling you guys all this in confidence. Please do not take advantage of it, especially any porn directors in the audience, okay?
Carmel.
Look, I've talked with you before. I know you want my amorphous body to fuck your most beautiful women on camera for money. I know that's what you want, but I won't allow it, okay? I am saving my shapeless, asymmetrical form for marriage, okay? Listen to me. Now, I know that joke works better for the rest of me, so I'm going to spend the next 12 seconds being slightly further away from camera, and so you can see the other quarter, bottom half, but still, whatever. I've been Cody Webb. Thank you very much.
Woo! Thank you, Cody Webb, for the whole representation of your squareness. At least your comedy's not square.
No.
One more round of applause for Cody. And then our tech wizard, Miss Natalie, behind the screen there. Thank you for all your hard work. Sharing that stream, everyone. All right, so a couple people aren't here, so just this is what's gonna happen. We got Zoe on next, but Mario, you're gonna be on deck, and Alicia, and then Ralph. Yeah, Ralph. So our next comedian is from Portland, Oregon. Just started a new open mic called Dan Wianco Loves You. And if you hear that and you see Dan, you're just gonna be like, wow, could life be even cooler? If you go to like my mic and then their mic, I think you might like just have like a high for your whole week of just feeling good. Zoe's like such good vibes. Please, and she's funny. You guys ready for this? I hope she goes her whole time. Just check around for your last 30 seconds, please. All right, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Zoe Provo.
Oh my God. Woo! Thank you, Brooke. I'm feeling very tender, and I literally was about to cry. Yesterday, I almost cried because the episode of Card Sharks that I like to watch on my station, my station that only plays. I wasn't going to talk about this, and now I'm open. Hey, let's restart. Say nice things again. And then, no, I'm just kidding. And I will say for my whole time, I had to make food last week, and I was really nervous about it. Can you guys hear me? I live next to the freeway. My windows swear to God, it's 150 feet away. You could see it if I held my thing up. It's hot in Portland here in the war zone. We're living in the war zone, and I'm too anxiety ridden to go into the war. So I've been trying to fix the city from here in my wonderful barracks. I've been trying to read the Portland City budget, but it's 500 pages long, and the font is very tiny. And my phone screen is broken. So you know what? Take the $250 million dedicated to cops' retirement funds and buy me a new phone, Portland. Yep. $250 million. No wonder cop movies always start with a big retirement party. What an occasion. Take it away. Take it away. Did you guys tell that I was talking to myself? That I haven't minimized my self-energy? What am I supposed to do? Put it on do crowd work? Hey, what do you do for a living? The world is a hellscape? Yeah. No purpose. No purpose. I can't wait to go back to real life open mic so I can be like, you guys on gallery view or are you guys on active speaker? Can't do that. Where do you guys go after you kill at an online open mic? The living room? The living room to torture your roommates with your inflated sense of self? Because I do. I'm so lucky to have 3 of them now. Never thought I'd say that because I always thought, I always say having more roommates, more people to annoy with habits that you didn't know that you have. Now we can bond about things like how the sound of the freeway 100 feet in our apartment is actually kind of comforting, you know? That joke is, you're right to not laugh. That joke is old, about 2 months old. We all hate each other now. Two of them are moving out. I had to go to IKEA and I followed some Gen Zers around. Oh God, I was actually going to try today and now the time's running out and I get all nervous. Why am I bouncing? I'm sorry. I followed them around IKEA in the lighting section. One pointed out this lamp and they were like, this looks modern. I looked at it and it looked like the thing that Benjamin Franklin actually made. Like it felt like the filament was about to explode. I was going to die and then I was going to have to go to the section of, okay, Brooke's face is coming up. Read it to find out what happens next.
Oh, please put your hands together for Zoe Provo. Woo! If you're like me and you're like, I still want some Zoe, maybe you could go to her open mic after this. It's called Dan Wianco Loves You, and it would be fun. We'll still be here though. We got the whole other side of the sheet still. I'm glad you guys are watching. I'm glad you're here. Hi. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're here. Our next comedian, well, on deck is Alicia. Our next comedian has a podcast. Yeah, it's called the Puro Caballero Show. So that could be a lot of fun. I haven't listened to it. Maybe I should. We'll see. Maybe. I don't listen to podcasts a lot. Like, I don't know. I have to be really interested in the subject, or maybe if it was about me, or if I was the one on it, I would very self-centered. All right, our next comedian has a podcast. I bet it's badass. You can watch it or listen to it, and your day will be better. He's from LA. Yeah. California. Please put your hands together for the very funny Mario Caballero.
All right, Brooke. I guess you'll be my next guest. All right, I'll put you on.
Cool.
That we'll do it over Zoom. Oh man, how's it going, everybody? Fun mic as always. I heard somebody earlier talk a little bit about having a mustache, and I think I have a little bit of opinion. That's nothing you should worry about, man. Rock the mustache, you know. Just you gotta keep it going, man. This is like a legacy mustache for me. My dad had a mustache. My grandparents had mustaches. My granddad's, you know, gotta continue this, man. You know, it is. Oh man. Mine's looking pretty thick right now. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm not in my normal apartment. I'm actually visiting my family up in Northern California right now, and I left my beard trimmer at home. So yeah, we're just going with it. This thing is like I could taste like the last 3 meals I had. This thing is so thick right now. It's bad, especially when I got to wear a mask and stuff too. Oh man, I went to Walmart the other day. I was like, oh man. Yeah, last night's dinner was really good.
Sorry.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, so I decided I had to go do this like outside because every time I do it inside, I always got my family yelling in the background and stuff like that. Oh, she was wild. It's wild. Had them like bomb freaking. They're like heckling a couple of my sets and shit like that this week, man. It was wild. It's wild. Oh man, I got my dad yelling at me. I had to freaking look for an extension cord to hook up my computer outside. And he's the one yelling at me like that, like, why can't you find anything? It's like, well, maybe because I don't live here no more, man. It's been 10 years. Like, what the hell? Freaking wild. Oh, man. He's yelling at me even though I'm the one asking him for help, you know? Like, freaking wild. My dad's kind of crazy. He's kind of not up to speed on a lot of LGBTQ stuff. For instance, the other day he was reading an article and just out of nowhere in the living room, he's just like, what the hell is non-binary? Is this some code and shit? Like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, oh, man. There goes my next 30 minutes. Oh, boy. Crazy. People were talking about the election earlier. I think it's wild that we're expected to have an election in 2020, considering everything that's going on, you know, with this coronavirus and stuff. Like, for instance, are we even going to have 2 candidates by the time November rolls around? Like, nobody's following CDC recommendations, and this concerns me. Like, Trump is touching every microphone. He's like barely wearing a mask now, and only just because of photo opportunity, you know. And Biden's touching every female under the age of 20 he sees, you know. So like, you know, keep your hands to yourself, man. 6 feet. Oh, shit's wild, man. It's so crazy. They're boycotting Goya beans because they supported Trump, man. You know, the positive is at least white people know what adobo is now. So. You know, gotta take where you can. Thanks, Brooke.
Please put your hands together for Mario.
Thanks, Natalie.
You're just like rocking back and forth. It's like so soothing, like like being in a rocker, you know. Cool. All right. On deck is Ralph. After Ralph, we have Bill. Our next comedian is from South Dakota. I gotta find her face. That's not her face. That's her face. All right, everyone, please help me. Welcome to the screen, the very funny Alicia Rain.
Guys. Hey, just want to admit something about myself. I am a terrible cook. I hate doing it. Partly because of that. One time I microwaved a tortilla for 8 minutes, and that microwave was never the same. So, but I'm a proud 3rd generation terrible cook. The entire time growing up, I just thought that grilled cheese were burnt sandwiches. And that hot dogs had a crust. I don't know if you guys know this, but meat shouldn't have a crust. So I don't know either. I used to live in California, and they are very healthy people out there, real sea salt of the earth kind of people. They're so healthy that one time I was invited to a vegan potluck, and I was really surprised because I didn't think they ate food. But if you're ever invited to a vegan potluck, do yourself a rock solid and eat before you go. Because when you leave a regular Midwest potluck, you are so full, you feel like you're gonna die. When you leave a vegan potluck, you're hungrier than when you arrived. So yeah, somebody told me once that I was so white it hurts. And that's true. Because I burn real easy. Like I really need like a high SPF. One time it was so bad. I was standing outside and then somebody accused me of witchcraft, and then I was burned at the stake, and man, my skin was red. You know what? It was like beyond red. I don't think it even can be considered red. I was really distracted by the smell. So, you know, and it really did hurt my feelings because, you know, I delivered all the babies of the town, and this is how you repay me? Man, but I just have to remember what my therapist says. Like, I'm still here, and the city of Roanoke is not. So, fucking Protestants, man. Thanks, Brooke.
Woo! My favorite time with Miss Alicia is when I went to like her hometown, Mike, and watched her perform in front of like the people that watch her all the time. It was so fun. They're so freaking supportive there. It was like the coolest thing in the world. All right, so we've got Bill Douglas is on deck. Our next comedian coming to you from New York City. Oh, there you are. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to your screen, Ralph Anthony.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know why I'm older. I'm in my 30s, and I don't understand why my generation feels the need to bag on like kids in their early 20s. They want to bag on millennials for spending money on going on trips. Like my generation wants to make fun of millennials for spending $500 on a ticket to Coachella, yet we were okay with getting Chinese letters tattooed on our bodies. Like we were okay with spending thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, getting a takeout order tattooed somewhere on your body. Like I was one of those dumbass people. Like I thought I was getting strength, power, and bravery tattooed on my back, and really it was just lo mein, egg noodles, and chicken and broccoli. Like that's all it was. All it was. Like we will make fun of them for having memories and experiences, things that we'll never get. Yet we were okay with putting a bullseye on our lower back. You guys remember the tramp stamps? The little bullseye at the lower back? Listen, here's a fun fact. If you put your ear to a girl's tramp stamp, you can hear her daddy issues. I didn't know growing up that we didn't have a lot of money. I don't think kids are ever privy to that kind of knowledge. Like we just show up. The kids just show up. You know, we show up, we sleep, we eat. That's it. We have no idea how anything works. We have no idea how it works. We have no idea what our parents do, how much money they make. All I know is that when I was a kid, the first inkling that I had to that we were poor was when my dad threatened to give me my dinner for breakfast. Not like having breakfast for dinner. No, dinner for breakfast, the complete opposite, where I didn't want to eat the liver and onions that he made for dinner, but he decided to give that to me for breakfast. Like instead of a bowl of Cheerios, I got liver and onions. Like that's some kind of form of child abuse, I'll tell you. It was just weird growing up. I had no idea that we were poor. I had no idea. Like I remember once when I was a kid, I wrote a letter to Santa Claus. My mom called me in the kitchen and then yelled at me for asking for too many things. Like, do you know how terrible that is to a kid? You shatter that dream. Like, not only did I find out that we were poor, but also that Santa Claus didn't exist. Like, you know, when I got older, all I wanted was a pool. That's it. I just wanted to go swimming outside, and my dad was like, "No, we don't need a pool. You have a bathtub. Why don't you go swimming in the bathtub?" Like, the bathtub is a poor man's pool, and he got real fucking snippy with me when I walked out with goggles on trying to go swimming one day. All right, you guys are fun. Thank you.
Ralph Anthony, poor and didn't even know it, which I think is good. I think it's better not to know. Ignorance is so nice. It's so nice. It really is. Okay, we have. Oh, I'm gonna get to flip the paper over. Wow. See, this is hard though, because like what happens is I get to having a good time. You know, I get to be like enjoying this, and I'm just like having fun, and then it gets slowly closer to the end, and I'm like, no. Okay, here's the truth, you guys. I've watched this 1,000 times on my own. Last week. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that would be a little obsessive, but it's okay. On deck is Ian Ryland Smith. Our next comedian comes from Concord, New Hampshire. Also pretty regular here at the Backline open mic. Please put your hands together for the very funny Bill Douglas.
A friend had penis enhancement surgery, and his wife didn't notice. I'm like, go back to the doctor, tell him to screw the enhancement, tell him you want a crotch rocket down there. 13, a giant redwood. Supersize me, doc. Oh. Stand up for yourself, even if your little cocktail weenie can't. So my wife and I needed a romantic getaway after all this COVID stuff. So we rented a place on the ocean and visited a little boutique. And I talked her into buying this really sexy midriff top. I thought it was pretty hot, but she seemed to resent it. You know, maybe it showed off too much. I mean, it came to here on me. My wife loves finding shapes in clouds and likes me to join in. So the other day I tried. I'm like, look, boobs, big boobs, little boobs, round boobs, lumpy boobs. She's like, enjoy them. Those are the only ones you'll be seeing this week. I hate mushrooms. I pick them out of whatever I'm eating. And my wife always has to say, oh, come on, you can't even taste them. Next time she doesn't want to have sex, I want to say, oh, come on, you can't even taste it. They call high blood pressure the silent killer, but I don't think that's accurate, at least not at the very end. You want a silent killer, try a pillow to the face. If you're to wake for a mime, wouldn't you wonder, is he really dead or really good? Chocolatier with horrible spelling meant to open a sweet shop, but accidentally opened a sweatshop. It's this big joke until they found all the 11-year-olds running the place. So as Americans eat more and more crap, are scientists going to have to change the definition of the term shitload? Could we call breast reduction surgery busted? Thank you very much, Brooke. Have a good night, everybody.
Please keep it going for Bill Douglas. Yay. Okay. Side 2. On deck. Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Casey Hackett. Been hanging out. Very, very fun. I think second time here. Cool. All right. Our next comedian is from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He's been coming here pretty much since the very first time we did this, which is pretty cool. And also have been helping me since Nick couldn't come in on time. So thank you for helping me out. I'll promise not to cut you off or heckle you. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Ian Ryland Smith.
Thank you very much.
Woo. It all started on Puppy Week.
Do you guys know what an abacus is?
Yeah.
Not an abacus, but an abacus.
Oh.
You are the nothing queen. Slide those rings 4 times 17. That's such a good song. Got some finance jokes. How come the stock price for the crematorium was up?
No
They
idea.
had good earnings.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Did you guys hear about cryptocurrency? Yeah, they're way richer than the Bloods now.
Oh. Oh.
Gotta find where Natalie is so I can see my time. Not even on here. Anyway, Bitcoin was trading vertical yesterday, and guess who has some Bitcoin?
Who?
Me. I have Bitcoin, and I think I'm gonna use the money to buy a California king size bed, so I can finally share a bed with my wife and her boyfriend. He might even let me have a 3-way. Could be great. Might have to pay his college tuition though, so. Damn, I thought this would take more time. Let's see. No, that's for later. Let's see. Oh, what do you call someone who spreads STDs?
Who?
A perpetrator. With coronavirus, everyone is far apart and such. But we're on the internet, and actually, there's no such thing as distance on the internet. So really, we're all uncomfortably close to each other. Quit touching me, guys. All right, I'm gonna give you guys Corona. Thank you very much. I'm Ian Ryland Smith.
Going for Ian, everybody. I hope those of you that are watching along got to do a little rhythm boogie too. You couldn't see us, but some of us were wiggling a little bit. We were enjoying that. That was fun. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate that. You're always a okay. On deck is Byron. Our next comedian comes from Alexandria, Virginia, and yeah. Let me find her. All right, please put your hands together. Help me. Welcome to the screen, Katie Hackett. Casey Hackett.
Thank you. Happens all the time. Thanks, guys. Excited to be here. I'm excited to be back in my own apartment. Last week, I decided I needed a change of scenery. I needed to use a different room to do Zoom calls from. So I paid $30 in tolls to go visit my parents. And I learned that you cannot command any respect in a job when you're doing meetings from your childhood bedroom. There's just no way about it. I'm on a webinar being an expert in my field, and there's a photo of me in diapers sitting right next to me. There's just no way. I manage people. I am someone's boss, and I'm leading a call, and in the background, all of a sudden, you hear, did you do poopies for mommy? And I would like to clarify that was my mother asking the dog, not asking me. Also apparently had to clarify that to the people who report to me. They thought they just learned a lot about my morning. So that was just terribly embarrassing. And then I think the worst one was I'm sitting there, I'm having a performance review with my boss, and then behind me is, he's like, is there any reason that you should be promoted this year? I thought I'd make a little joke. I'm like, well, I was the 3rd grade spelling bee champion. How about that? And he said, well, you might have peaked then. Your spelling is shit on emails. So I just cannot win. But the nice thing about working from your childhood bedroom is you're surrounded by all these like childhood accolades, and kind of boosts up the enthusiasm a little bit, but I was a maverick as a kid. I'm from the generation that got participation trophies for everything. So the trick around that is do the activity no one else was doing. Kids were getting picked up to go to soccer practice, softball practice, not me. In 4th grade, my mother picked me up after school on Thursdays and dropped me and my corgi Chester off for dog agility class. Me and the middle-aged moms learning how to make our dogs weave through poles, crawl through tunnels. But any extracurricular activity is good. I think I learned all the same things that kids in like soccer or softball learned. Like, if you see a cookie on the ground, you leave it, and then you don't pee in the arena. Obviously, everyone learns that. Then, Diane, he's left you. You need to move on. You need to leave it. Leave it. That's my time. Thank you.
Keep it going for Casey Hackett. We get to stick around for the bonus round and we get to hear more. On deck, we have Steven. Our next comedian is from Raleigh, North Carolina. Apparently, today, which is like just a strange day, we get 2 Byrons. We get 2. So the first one, if you look at last names, that's how you distinguish between the 2. Oh, maybe I need to look at page 2. Oh my goodness. So many people. I see BB, but I'm looking for BJ. Is anyone else looking for a BJ?
Hell yeah.
For a BJ, am I the only one?
No.
Am I the only one?
No.
Can I get a? Let me use my special people finder tool. Aww, we all had high hopes. All right. Well, what's cool is when you don't get a BJ. Sometimes you get a Steve. Sometimes you get. All right. So from Florida, please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Steve Osborne.
Hey. Hey, everybody. I'm originally from Florida, but I moved to Germany in order to, live my dream of working part-time in a women's underwear warehouse, putting women's underwear into boxes, which is the perfect job for a pervert like me. Among other things, I get to call myself a professional boxer, which is cool because people will, see me wandering around the streets, like stumbling my words and slurring my movements or fucking up like that, and I'm just like, what else could that be? That must be the boxing taking a toll on my brain, One thing that I like to do is put little put little fortune cookie fortunes into the women's underwear. But instead of lucky numbers on the back, it's just like my number. And instead of fortunes, it's kind of just dick pics. And there's plenty of room, so don't worry. This is how I'm intending to get a nice German wife somehow and get that sweet, sweet German citizenship, which is a weird loophole when you think about it, that you can just like get married to someone and suddenly be a citizen in the country. It's like you can live and work and pay taxes in a country for years and the government's just like, we're not sure if you're ready to be a citizen yet. Have you considered, I don't know, just like promising to only fuck one person while you're here? it's like they're really worried about like a sexy refugee crisis, you know, like a bunch of hot guys pouring over the border and stealing all the women for themselves. I mean, it must have happened at some point, right, for that to be a thing everywhere. And how is that not its own like thing on Pornhub? You know, its own genre of just like a government schlub like coming to somebody's house, knocking on the door, and being like, "What's your tax number again? Oh. Were you like the first tax number or something?" Yeah. Bureaucracy is weird in Germany, you know. You're not allowed to change your name to whatever you want, actually. Like in America, like you can't just go to the DMV and change your name to Dr. fucking Neck Rub. And I mean, in America, you could make it so people legally had to sing it, like Dr. fucking Neck Rub every time. But there is one loophole in Germany. You're allowed to change your name to something more European in order to better assimilate into the country, which is why I've decided to change my name to Syphilis. Nice artistic name for the long run in Germany. All right, I'm just going to end with my dick is like a guinea pig. My dick is like a guinea pig because you have to smack it against the wall in order to get it excited. It's like a guinea pig because the teeth never stop growing. And my dick is like a guinea pig because it's a delicacy in Peru. All right, thank you. That's my time.
Well, okay, I'm sorry, I stopped. Please put your hands together one more time for Stephen Osborne. My brother had a guinea pig. He had 2 guinea pigs. First one, he was walking up the stairs with it and he fell.
Oh no.
May peace be with the guinea pig. The next one, it was cold. It was too cold for the guinea pig. And I was picturing a little dick. It is very fun. Interesting moment just then. On deck is Carmela. On deck is Carmela Anderson. She's from Omaha. We love her. Our next comedian, first time here. Let me find the face because I don't know the face. That's the beginning sound for Kenneth. That's how I look for people when I make sounds. It's kind of like if there was a cat, I'd be like, but I'm like,
I don't think he's here.
Is there not a Kenneth here?
I sent a message saying he's not here.
Well, I didn't see it. Okay, I told you if things look busy, you need to talk in all caps. I don't see it. I miss things. I saw some things. I didn't see everything. Okay. Where is she? Carmela, do you want to go next? Are you ready? Are you excited? You want to go? You cool? Our next comedian, she's from Omaha, Nebraska, so not too far from here. I could drive over there, and I did. I helped her. I was like, hey, let me help you figure out the Zoom thing, because I don't know how long we're going to be stranded, and you're a funny old lady. Oh, I'm also supposed to promote this 401k pussy protection plan.
That's
it's
correct.
Important that you have something to protect your pussy. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen the very, very funny Carmela Anderson.
Woo! What's going on, people? I just got some crazy shit to chit chat about. First, I want to say this whole little COVID thing just got me feeling some type of way because I feel like we don't have any type of leadership in our country. I just want Barack Obama to be my president again, because I think if he was our president during this time, Michelle would tell us all we had to do was stay in the house, put some cocoa butter on, and this shit would be over with. But we got this crazy motherfucker, and this is what's happening. Here's another thing I want, I love you white people, I do. But I want y'all to stop. When y'all have pets, stop coming to work, showing your video of your pets climbing all on your counters and your kitchen tops and in your stove. And then when it's a food day, you want to put down that you're going to bring cheesy casserole. Bitch, I can't make cream cheese or cat hair. I can't do it. I can't do it. Stop doing it, please. Did y'all see the lady that set her boyfriend's car, her truck, tried to blow the truck up, and she got fucked up? Did y'all see that in Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm like, evidently this bitch did not watch the movie Waiting to Exhale. Because after you do that, you're supposed to walk away. You're supposed to walk away real fast. And I'm like, what happened to the girls? Like back in my day, like we was mad at our boyfriends or whatever, and we wanted to get back at them. We would, like maybe scratch up their paint job on their car, or scratch that, cut their tires up, or one time I even took a shit on the hood of his car. They just don't do things like that anymore. They just don't do things like that anymore. I miss that. I'm gonna just say this. I want to try to make it in this comedy thing. I want to become Black famous. I want to become Black famous, and I want to change the world. And when I die, I want to go on the death tour, because I noticed when people have been dying lately, they take them all around. Take them all around. I just want y'all to know, somebody take me to Olive Garden, get my favorite shit, stop me off at the liquor store, ride me around town before you drop me in the ground. Okay? All right? I said all right.
All right.
All right, y'all. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I loved everybody tonight.
Keep it going for Carmela Anderson. That's fun. I love this, Mike. Everyone's so different. There's just so much of everything. I love it. Okay, so on deck is Ami. Our next comedian helped, or actually began, the Displaced Comedians webpage. If you're not part of that group on Facebook, make sure you join that group on Facebook. There's a link for all the online open mics. You can just click and see, oh, it's Tuesday. And if you go to different mics, you don't see the same people. They don't hear you all the time. They'll be like, ah, it's so fun. It's really good for us. Yeah. All right. Please help me welcome to the screen the very, very funny Nico Lukoff.
So I got busted in high school for selling weed, because you're not supposed to do that there. They frown upon it, which is weird, because I was just trying to turn frowns upside down, I made the same mistake that a lot of very passionate people make. And I took what was my favorite hobby and just ruined it by turning it into a job. And this was a job I obviously wasn't very good at. Got busted. But look, I was 15 years old. I didn't know a whole heck of a lot about business. I just knew that I was supposed to buy low, then sell high. It could look you literally, And while I did get in trouble for this, I don't like to think of myself as having been a criminal. Just that I was operating pre-license. Maybe some industry folks, maybe just consumers. That's cool. I was the only Jew in juvenile hall. Yeah. I put the Jew in juvie. And I wasn't there for nearly as long as I probably was supposed to be. Actually, for a fact. And some stereotypes are true. My parents hired a really good Jewish lawyer. Yeah, he went to the judge and he said, let my people go. And they did. They're like, 3 years? Nah, 3 weeks. Mazel tov, l'chaim, yay. And then I got on probation, which of course meant I'd take all these drug tests. And I had never been good at tests, but I was very good at drug. And I figured it out. Way to pass. I did something I'd never in my life done before this, and I studied and prepared for a test. Yeah. I smoked weed. I wasn't going to stop that because that'd be ridiculous. But I prepared and I studied and figured out how to pass these tests when I definitely shouldn't have. And that worked for a while, worked pretty well. But then the tests just became more frequent, like POTS quizzes, if you will. And then it turned out the whole time they had not been grading me on a curve. No drug test, and that was a bummer. Then I failed probation. I got sent to rehab. You know what's weird about going to rehab for weed? Everything. And I'll tell you more about it sometime I have more time. Thank you so much, Brooke and Ellie. Everyone been here. This has been fantastic. Yes, join this place community if you're not already. Have a great evening.
Put your hands together for Nico. Some of us have been sitting pretty still for an hour and a half, so maybe swing your arms a little bit, maybe wiggle your wrists, even like shake your head, look around. Really, like, whew, yeah. Stay alive. Push the arms. Shoulder. Even sounds good, you know, like the releasing of all that tension that you just kind of get in there. Okay, we're getting kind of close, and we're having such a good time. Oh, we do have a bonus. We have a bonus round at the end. We each get to do another minute, and then sometimes we do 2 rounds. It just depends on how fast we go, and if I take long breaks, then we can't do 2. Okay, you're right. Keep going. On deck is Chino. Our next comedian, she's going to be on my show on Friday. It's called Contagious, the Stay Home comedy show. It's at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time. It's always a very, very fun time. She's lovely. Please put your hands together for Ami Om.
Ooh, so fucking tired. Oh my God, from doing like whatever, staying up too late. I like that we got a stretch break. Brooke, I feel like you could totally have go-go dancers at your comedy club if that happens. I could see that happening. Comedy dancers just be like, dick joke. Dick. Vagina. I'm not childish. I'm a little childish. It's fine. My nephew will always ask me that. And he'll say, Auntie, why are you getting in so much trouble all the time? It's just what I do. The reason why specifically when I visit my sister is because she has a rule when I visit her that I have to make sure that I shower before I sleep anywhere in her house. Sleep on the couch. And I fucking hate that. I'm disgusting, you guys. I'm really self-absorbed. Like I'm so self-absorbed, I just kind of rub it in. Like I'm wearing Monday. It's fine. And so when I'm at her place, she's like, take a fucking shower, you slob. And I get frustrated sometimes because sometimes I'm tired. Like I'll be working and you get back and it's not my rules, right? So in movies, they have this scene where you take a glass, whatever you're drinking, and you just throw it right in their face. But it's 2020, it's 2020, you know, can't buy 4 drinks anymore. So I've got this Diva cup. It's like a little Stanley cup for your moon cycle. And so whenever we get in a fight, I just, you know, turn around, reach inside and throw my Diva cup in her face. And
that's so gross.
Now we're blood sisters. So, you know, people staying with your family, borrow some of that. This morning I woke up and I jumped onto Twitter and what did I see? Something about Donald Trump. Donald Trump supports a doctor that has demon semen, believes that demon semen is affecting the US and that's why our healthcare is so bad. So better stop sucking on that demon semen and spit it out. I really wish it was a show. And that was going to do a demon impression because I believe that once you swallow semen, it becomes a part of you. That's like something in my heart. I really think you have that friend. You know her. She sucked that guy's dick and she's never been quite the same, right? Or he or they. So this is what I'm going to sound like after I suck Donald Trump's dick.
Put your hands together for Ami. Cool. That's fun. It's fun when we do silly things, right? Yeah, that's what we're doing, right? We're not like Boreans. We're not like nothians. It's like when you're doing nothing or being boring. Okay. On deck is Noah Saunders. Our next comedian is somewhere where it's very, very hot. Where is he? Oh, is there no Chino? I don't see him. There, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Our next comedian is from Trenton, New Jersey. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Chino DeLeon.
Woo. Hello everyone. Give applause to Brooke and everybody that went on so far. I'm tired, like physically, mentally. Today was my daughter's 5th birthday, so that was hectic, to say the least. My mom had the bright idea of taking her out to brunch during a pandemic. And we get to the diner, which they set the whole parking lot with tables and tents, and we get there and they set us next to this family. And I don't like telling people how to parent because I don't want nobody telling me how to parent. But there was this kid there eating, and like every time he ate, you can hear him like snore almost. And I feel messed up. The kid's like 6 years old, and I'm like, I can't stop staring at the fucker. Like all I hear is this. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm not the only fucking person noticing this. So I get a text from my mom. I'm like, do you hear that? I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? I text her back. I'm like, yeah, I fucking hear this fucking kid. Anyway, so they go pay and they walk by. And when I tell you, true story, I can't make this up. I wouldn't make this fucking up. This kid sneezes or coughs so hard that I felt something in the back of my neck. I was like, I was ready to fight this fucker. Like, I was ready to fight the 6-year-old and his whole family. I think I never been to jail, but I was ready to go to fucking jail over this fucking kid sneezing on me. Sorry. Anyway, let me use my last minute on basically saying I'm a father of 2, and I'm proud of my kids, good kids, upstanding kids. My son is probably one of the sweetest kids in the world. Until he fucking plays video game, then he becomes a fucking psychopath. So, but my daughter she's a sweetheart until you get to know her because she's a fucker. She's also a fucker, but she's like, well. Like she knows what the fuck she's doing, man. One time I was going out, and she tells me, "Pa, where you going?" I'm like, "Baby, I'm going to go and run an errand." And she looks at me like this. So I look at her and I'm like, "What happened?" She's like, "Papi, you're not running nowhere." I'm like, "You right. Fuck you, but you right. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you once again. I love y'all. Chino with 2 N's, Chino De Leon. Good night.
That did not feel like 3 minutes. That felt really, really short to me. That's not
Appreciate it.
Keep it going one more time for Chino DeLeon, everyone. All right, on deck is Jocelyn. Our next comedian is from Chicago, but actually from Corona, California. Not a joke. Yeah. He's going to be doing the Good One comedy live stream night. That's tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday at 8 Eastern time. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen the very funny Noah Saunders.
Brooke Barcel.
Got a haircut.
Always a pleasure. So fun fact about me, I live on the north side of Chicago. There's a really good Jewish deli right next to me. It's almost part of my apartment. And because I've been adhering to social distancing guidelines so closely, bagels have become a huge part of my sexuality. So I just wanted to put that out there. We haven't put a label on it yet. It's early. It's early. So there's a girl in the scene here in Chicago. Should I even do this bit? No, it's fine. She has time that's like about how she's only attracted to effeminate men who aren't particularly handy around the house, who might be gay. And then she asked me out. Anyway, so I guess I'm coming out in 2 years. Shit. So I've been all about self-improvement this quarantine. So every day I ask myself the question, does this text really need LOL in it? Important question. Yes, LOL. I've moved around a lot in my life. Too much. I mean, I like that I lived in all the places I lived in. I met a lot of very interesting people, but at a certain point it starts to get exhausting having to make new friends everywhere you go. But there is one good thing about meeting a whole new set of people, and it's that they don't know all the terrible things you've done. So there's that. I didn't do anything that bad, you know. But that, you know, you don't have to carry it. I'm too hard on myself. I think. This is a sad one. Clinical depression runs in my family on both sides, which is why I personally don't want to have children, because it won't be any fun traumatizing them if they're already sad. So I have a celebrity crush. It's a weird one to follow that one. And I also have a plan. I'm gonna follow all of Natalie Portman's favorite causes on Instagram, so that way I show up in her Discover People feed. That one is so unreliable. I don't even know. It's like playing Russian roulette. Yep, that's it. That's my time. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Brooke.
Keep it going for Noah. Yeah, I like segways too. I just, you know, like most big machineries, you just get on them really hard and just put your foot down and go. I'm sorry. It was going so well. On deck is Gary. Our next comedian is from Portland. I hear Portland is weird. I don't know if this person is weird. I don't care. I mean, maybe she's normal. Who knows? Hopefully not. But whatevs. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Jocelyn Shia.
Hi, everybody. I'm only quarantining in Portland during lockdown, so I'm not weird. I'm originally from New York, so I'm just an asshole. I was given a Chinese name, Pizza, and when I asked my dad what it meant, he said, "Oh, your name means needs to be hardworking." And I was like, "Oh, what does my sister's name mean?" And he said, "Oh, her name means great beauty." I was like, "Mother, father, I'm your firstborn child and she gets great beauty? Can we go back to the good old days where the second daughter gets abandoned?" I saw this little white boy around 5 years old. He fell down and cut his knee, and his mom was like, "Oh my God, baby boy, did you hurt yourself? Let mommy kiss it and make it feel better." You know what happened when I was a kid and I fell down and I started crying? My mom was like, "Boys don't cry." Now you know why I didn't get abandoned as a kid. It was the 1980s, and already my parents like, gender is a spectrum. I hear that women tend to go for men who remind us of our dads. I know I do, because my men are always telling me how beautiful my sister is. My boyfriend was like my dad, skinny with a lazy eye, but we ended up breaking up because even though he had a lazy eye, it could still wander. He's one of those guys that will say, "I love you, but I'm not in love with you." What is up with that phrase? Okay, that's like having a soap commercial saying, "Dove, it will clean you, but you won't be clean." After we broke up right before quarantine. So it took me a long time to get over him, with no distractions. 4 months of not doing anything but cry over this idiot. I was like, are you kidding me? 4 months? I could have finished Game of Thrones by now. But then after we broke up, we started sleeping together again. But we're still not Facebook friends because he is not emotionally ready for that. There was one guy who was talking about how he has a way of getting a woman to kiss him that she cannot say no. I was like, what? Demonstrate. And he demonstrates like this. I just go. I was like, oh, they're not kissing you because you're seductive. It's because you're pathetic. He did turn out to be a big nerd that invents a lot of things for tech companies and sold his app to Amazon and Microsoft. And when I heard that, I was like, oh.
That's cute.
Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. Great, Mike. Thank you.
Woo! Put your hands together for Charles Lucia. Woo! Put in the chat either here and on the Facebook or the Twitch so people can follow you. That was fantastic. Yeah, I was listening and I was like, man, these jokes are so good. And then it started to remind me of myself a little bit. And I was like, gosh, it feels like the 69 Ferry should be nearby. And I'm not making this up, okay? I felt like that on the inside. And so I looked at my phone and it was at 68%. So, I mean, hi. Okay. Woo! It's cool. It's cool. On deck is Akib. Our next comedian is from Oakland, California. Very, very fun all over the Zoom land and the real land, if you call the real land California. Please put your hands together for the very funny Gary Hughes.
Oh, for sure. Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
What?
All right, perfect. It's echoing here because you're really in my thoughts on this set. Okay, so just let's go through it. All right. Jocelyn, I had an ex. My ex, she liked some other dude, and she told me, she's like, "I love you. I just like him." And I was like, "Bitch, that means the same to me."
Oh my
God.
God.
Love is the same to me. Don't play.
I love you, but I don't like you.
Right. Oh yeah, it could be. Good tag. All right. So there's a coin shortage going on, but I still need to wash clothes, and laundromats still take quarters. And it's come down to a point I can't get them at my job. I work in a coffee shop that can't give me no quarters. So now when I see someone panhandling, I always walk up with $1, and they're like, "God bless you, brother." I'm like, not so fast. Let me get 4 quarters in exchange. This $1. Appreciate you, brother. All right, have a good one. I hope you get some change. As a comedian or as an artist, we like to impress our dates. We go on. So sometimes you might tell your date you're a comedian, and you might invite them to a comedy show. And the worst thing is when they bump you off the show, and you're just like, you know what? I always confuse August and July. I'm not on this month. I'm on the next month. My bad. Let's get up out of here. Let's go get some pizza or something. This is a terrible job. Terry Crews, he wants to defund Pornhub. And I'm like, what do we do to you, Terry? Terry, he had a problem in his life. It almost broke up his family. He would order prostitutes and all that stuff. But porn does not make you order prostitutes if you use it correctly. And you talk to people that have gone to AA, they're never defund Mickey's, defund Old English, defund Jack Daniels. They just I got a crazy ass story to tell y'all. I'm like, just tell us your story. You know what I mean? If you would have said defund you porn, I'd have been like, yeah, defund that shit. That shit trash. Pornhub is good. Leave that alone. Now that I'm an adult with actual money, I feel like I have to fulfill my childhood dreams. So I finally want to purchase a Girls Gone Wild video set. All those infomercials, I never could purchase anything, and now they're not available. If you see one floating out there, send me the link. I'm looking to succeed here. Please send me the link. I went to the Chinese spot in Oakland the other day, and I was like, let me get an orange chicken rice plate and a bottle of water. And I was like, never mind on the water. And then she tried to upsell me. She was like, but water's so good. And I was like, yeah, I've had water before. That's a third world. the third world upsell. This is a first world country, and that's a third world upsell. My name is Gary Hughes. Thank you so much, Brooke and Natalie. Have a good one.
Woo! Yay! Keep it going. There's something ahead on. It's fine. On deck is Bobby Sutton. Our next comedian comes from Melbourne and has a comedy debate on Zoom. The 5th August 5th at 9 p.m. in Australia time. So I don't know what it is for us, but we can look it up. A comedy debate. A debate. That's when they share facts, right? And then they decide who has more facts or better facts than the other's facts. Facts and opinions, I feel like they're just so wishy-washy anywho's, depending on which reality you're living in, right? That might be fun to watch, actually. All right. Our next comedian, like I just said, all of those things. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Aki Merchant.
When you plugged me in, I felt a lot of pressure because of the comedy debate. But when you think of pressure, do you think what kind of pressure would the guy be in who had to build the cross for Jesus? You're building the cross for Jesus. What if they build it wrong? Like they didn't take the head into consideration and it was just not a cross but a T, and the head would just wobble back like that. Like a guy who's falling asleep at a park bench again and again, like that. And they had to pick it back up and then put it straight. I can imagine them arguing. They are having a conversation, they're arguing who fucked up, right? The guy would be like, I thought I was getting a beheaded Jesus. And the other guy would correct him. It's not that. I told you that we would apprehend Jesus when he would be heading to the garden. That's a huge, that's a mammoth fuck up. And I think, I mean, at some point of time, they also had to take the measurement for the cross, right? At some point of time, like before supper, they would have told Jesus, you know what, we'll have a guy come in, he'll take measurements for you, and it's going to be a surprise tomorrow. And the guy would come in, take measurements, and Jesus would spread his arms like that, right? He would think that he's getting a suit made for him, right? He'd get his measurements taken. He'll think he's at the tailor. And when they take the measurements for at the wrist, he would be like, oh, that I like cuffs on my suit. He doesn't know what it's for. He really doesn't know what it's for. I was miraculously stupid as a child. Like it's a miracle for someone to be that stupid. That's how stupid I was. I was like bizarrely stupid. One time we have a lot of beggars in India. Okay. One time a beggar came up to me with an amputated hand, and he indicated towards his elbow, clearly stating his unfortunate condition and asking for money. Now, the genius I was as a child, I thought he's asking for the time. I went like, "Good sir, it's 7:30 in the morning. You should really get going. I think you should brush and take a shower before you get to the meeting." I was bizarrely stupid. Yeah, I think. I'll leave you guys with a one-liner. Okay, so I find it really difficult to make my girlfriend orgasm, and I tell her I'll make you orgasm the next time for sure, babe, for sure. And you know what she tells me? She tells me fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I tell her the last time we tried that it didn't work. The last time we tried it in the ass, this time we'll try it in the pussy. Thank you guys. That's my time.
I wasn't expecting him to end like that, but that's probably what she said. One more time for Aki Merchant. Is anyone else like just thinking to themselves like what kind of person has that kind of background just as a choice? Like what kind of message are they trying to show? Like are you cool with hunting? Like are you a deer fan? Like do you wish you had I don't know, like there's just so many questions I have about like you want to be in a conference room with people that like to hunt, but they're also like super serious. Maybe they're like Western gear material. Anywho, wow. Anywho, so we didn't get our BJ, but we do get another BB. On deck is Annalise. Our next comedian is from New Orleans. It says he's a member of the New Orleans Comedy Group. And I don't know if he's saying that he's young and funny or that the group is called Young and Funny. But either way, please put your hands together for Byron Broussard. Woo!
Ooh. Just a thing. Young Funny is the name of the group. It doesn't really matter. You guys heard of the paleo diet? Paleo is pretty big in the West, you know? I'm not on the paleo diet. I'm on the paleo lifestyle. That's where you only groom your hair with your hands and shit you find outside. Pretty great. Yesterday I found a stick that resembled a comb. Living the life. Loving it. I'm growing my hair out. It's getting weird though. I'm starting to grow these weird natural dreads. And I'm coming to this point in my life where I have to make like a real adult decision about my hair. I have to decide whether or not I want to be a wizard. And that's a hard choice, you know? It's really hard because I love magic. Magic is legitimate, but there's this one thing stopping me from being a wizard. I Googled wizards and I saw the Grand Wizard. Like the guy in the KKK, the Grand Wizard. Like, why is this dude called a wizard? Like, what the fuck? How are we not up in arms about this dude defiling the names of all wizards, real and imaginary, you know? Like if my son comes up to me with like a Harry Potter book, he's like, I read the whole thing. I slap that shit out of his hands and be like, boy, don't you know wizards is racist? You know, like if he comes up to me with like a card trick and be like, boy, didn't I tell you wizards is racist? Or at least the grand one is, and I think he's running them. You know, it probably goes off of the pointiness of their hats. You know, the Grand Wizard's got the pointiest hat. Then you got like Merlin, his hat was dingy. You know, and then you got like Mickey Mouse, his hat was crooked. And he was a terrible wizard. It sucks, you know, because like if I become a wizard, I'd have to be under the Grand Wizard technically, because I'm not grand, I'm just starting, you know, that's fucked up. This dude's just a Grand Wizard out there and shit. Nobody's, you know, we need to stop giving these bad people good connotation names, you know? We can't be like, oh, this guy's a Grand Wizard, even though he's just, it's like, dude, you're not magic, you're just a racist. Not the same thing, you know? All of these good connotation names of these bad people, the good old boys, like really? Are they the good ones? Are those the good ones? Okay, I'm sorry. Am I too racist? You guys ever hear two dogs having makeup sex? It's rough, rough, rough. Thank you guys.
Yes, those are some good initials. Woo. Byron Broussard. I think I said it. I don't know. Probably ish. Cool. Awesome. That was fun. Thank you. Come back. We do this every week. And pretty soon we're gonna have a speed round. We're all gonna do another minute. So if you're in the room, maybe jot down a couple, or maybe one. Maybe you have a 1 minute little thing you want to do, or maybe you have a few. Who knows? We're gonna do that soon. We've got Michael Claire still. We've got Erica still. We've got Nick still. But before any of them, we have one of my favorites because I know her in real life. We met at the Backline. She was a intern and I was the manager, and I had to tell her what to do, and it was interesting. But like,
it was some good BDSM.
She still likes me, you guys. She still likes me, which is pretty freaking rad. She's really, really supportive, and I love having her in my life. And she's fun to rap battle against.
Yo!
Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Annalise Wright.
Woo! Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. So a couple fun facts about me. My parents' names are Mary and Joseph. So I was supposed to be named Jesus. I was named wrong, but sometimes I do get a second coming. So I have two brothers that look nothing like me. How do you know if your brother doesn't look like you? You go on vacay with your brother and the hotel desk clerk asks if you want the honeymoon suite. It's super fucking awkward. So I'm a single mom, which means I do a lot. I'm tired all the time, which means I have to wear mascara so I don't look dead, because I look like a corpse otherwise, guys. So my divorce finalized just before coronavirus hit. And everybody was telling me, like, oh, I'm so sorry you got divorced. I'm like, it's not a sad thing. Like, it's a glad thing. You should be, like, happy, because I am. It's just so weird. People are sad about that. Anyway, like, I couldn't imagine being locked up in my house with my ex, you know, quarantining. That would be fucking awful. But it would be a pretty sweet version of Mortal Kombat. It would be the only version of Mortal Kombat where kids are used as weapons. So, you know how most people give stuff up in a divorce? I didn't give up stuff. I got stuff back because I divorced a Catholic. Yeah, I got back offering money. I got back meat on Fridays. I got back birth control. Welcome to the 1960s me. That was fantastic. So I've been locked indoors mostly, watching too many stupid videos, probably like y'all. I don't know if you've seen this video, but there's a video on Facebook of a woman who is pole dancing for Jesus. It looks like it's in a church. So I want to know what these people actually believe, but I do have some theories about what they teach. That the Holy Trinity is the ultimate threesome, that burning bush is actually herpes, that the crucifixion was supposed to be a little like bondage, but, you know, Jesus forgot the safe word. So one more, a line from a movie repurposed. I've heard the line from Babe too many times. That'll do, pig, that'll do. That is actually what Black Lives Matter protesters said to the police officer who finally kneeled at the protest.
Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you. Back to you, Brooke.
Woo! See, like, sometimes we're just funny on accident and stuff. Cool. One more round of applause for Annalise Wright.
Thank you.
It looks like wine, but it's a hibiscus. Hibiscus tea. So good. All right. I have to run, pick up prescriptions before the farm. Okay, cool. All right. I got really excited because our other Byron is here. And then earlier I got excited and I skipped someone. So it's just fun. You know, like I try to make at least 3 or 4 mistakes just to let everyone know that it's okay. Yeah, the world still keeps going. Flowers keep blooming. You know, everything's fine. Woo! Mm-hmm. Right? Okay, so we're going to have Bobby Sutton next, and then we'll hit Nick, and then we'll figure it out after that. All right, so from Birmingham, Alabama, this will be fun. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Bobby Clark.
Yeah, good evening, guys and dolls. Are we all having a fabulous pandemic or what? Woo! I am Bobby Sutton. I'm a proud white treasure stay at trailer home mom. But my trailer is attached to cinder blocks, which means obviously I can afford the fancy tiny wines. Yeah, life is finer for us tiny whiners. Yes, I am the proud mother of 2 beautiful boys. I used to have 3, but tragically we lost one. But in my defense, that Costco is a huge freaking place. Yeah, it is good that I am the mother of all boys, though, because I am more like emotionally and physically built like a boy. I mean, you see this. This is all Wonder Bra here, people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you feast your eyes. Look all this isn't. Yeah, drag queens, city, these nodacious tatas. Yeah, look, can't even hold a cup. Nothing, they're pitiful. Now, people say, you know, Robin, you don't talk exactly like your typical white Southern mom. It's like, well, it's because I was raised by your typical black Southern mom. Yeah, mom was like the original OG. And we'd all get out, a hand out in public. She'd get all fed up with us, be like, all right, that's it. I've had it. I swear to God, the next one of y'all gets out of hand, I'm going to slap the black right off you. I've already done that one right there. Don't you make me do it again. They say, Mama, why you lie about slapping the black off of me? And she said, baby, that ain't no lie. If I could slap the black off people, I'd be the richest black slapping woman on the planet. $1,000, that $5.99 Michael Jackson special. He told me if we could just take race out of it and make it about each other's language and our culture, we could heal the world. So I want to open the world to the culture of white treasure language. Words like iron. Iron out of there as fast as I could when I saw that dude coughing with no mask on. Dying. I drank too much Boone's Farm wine. Now I'm dying. Mother, is that Billie Jean that was with your boyfriend the other night? No, that's Mother Slut. I'm Bobby Sutton. Y'all
Oh my gosh, you're adorable. What a delight. In Birmingham, is that what it? Birmingham, Alabama. That's so cool. If I go down there, I'm gonna look you up. We're gonna have tea or something.
Yes, hibiscus
story.
It's not a jam.
Yes. Oh, how cool. All right, we've got a couple more comedians, and then we've got our speed round. So on deck is Erica. She is still alive. She didn't get blown away in the hurricane. So that's so cool. But before we get to that, oh gosh, is he driving? Nick,
I'm driving.
Nick, we're gonna have you go later. I'm not gonna. No.
Oh, come on! I had a whole bit of.
Sorry, you're gonna go later. Okay.
There's only 2 people left.
No.
Oh, I had a whole thing about it. I'm really fine. I'm not even on the expressway or anything.
I see lights moving. I'm not comfortable. I don't want to see you die. I mean, no, it's not even like, it might be funny for a little bit, but no. Anywho, from Hawaii, we run an open mic on Friday nights. It's so much fun. It's super late, so I get super weird. And I was so tired. I was so tired last time. But it's light in Hawaii when it starts, and we do like luau music. It's called Anarchy. Very, very fun. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Erica Schwarzkopf.
Woo!
Woo woo!
All right, so I look like a haole or white tourist, right? And this was obviously before all the pandemic, but a friend of mine was staying in this really ritzy hotel in Waikiki, and but I hung out in her hotel hot tub after she left for 2 years. They were like, well, she must belong there. She's a haole tourist. It was great. It was my personal vacation spot. The $500 chaise lounges. I was living life. But because they think I'm a tourist, they were asking me when we're leaving. When are you leaving? How long are you staying? Well, I've been here 31 years. I don't think I'm leaving now. I'm not leaving. Yeah. And now you have to quarantine 14 years. So the question is, are you done quarantining yet? Yeah. I don't know if you Google the words female stand-up, just those 2 words, and you guys can check me on this. What comes up? I'll tell you. A device so that women can pee standing up like men. I'm here to change this. I'm here to change this. I run the Female Comics of Hawaii group, so we really support women. Let's give it up for women. Except for the women that pee on the seat in the women's room. Those women can fucking go to hell. We are not friends. See this finger? We are not friends. No. How can you tell if you've done too many Zooms? I'll tell you. I was watching a taped Comedy Central special and I was clapping along with the audience and What? I'm getting tired of looking at my face. Hello? Yes, it's my face. Yeah. I applied for a bunch of jobs, 1,400 jobs last year, trying to find the perfect one. And one was that was for a preschool. And I had very little childcare experience. And they said, how are you qualified to work at a preschool? And I said, well, I run comedy open mics. Same job, just a different age group. That's all, pretty much. All right, give you back to Brooke Barsa.
Erica Schwarzkopf. If you liked us, you can have more of us on Fridays at the Anarchy Mic. Join the Facebook group. We have a link. You join, you come, you sign up, you do time. We laugh, we laugh, we laugh. Oh, do we laugh? Oh, it's so fun. Okay. 3, 4, something like that. We got, let me cross off. Nick has assured me that he has pulled over and is at a full and complete stop. Thank you. Oh, now I can do this without feeling like I'm going to get sued or had a lawsuit. I'll be like, Brooke is unsafe. Like, okay, well, he told me that that's how he wanted it. Anywho. He said he got asked to do a real life show tonight. So this is just his bonus round. Before the bonus round, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen from Chicago, Nicholas Lindemann.
Thank you, everyone. Great to be here. Give it up for Brooke, looking out for us, even when we don't have the sense to look out for ourselves. The joke I had on tap was saying, hey, if you hadn't noticed, I'm driving. So like I told my lady friend on the way to the bedroom, not going to be much eye contact. But that's out the window now. But I still think that's a fairly good line. Did a live set tonight. It went really well. One of the better sets I've had. Except at the end, got invited to a showcase in the not too distant future. So that's pretty exciting. Jazzed up about that. So because of that, you know what? I wrote a new joke this weekend and tried that one out. Little scatterbrain. This one's going to be all over the place. Strap in. But this is a new one. So I was talking with someone on Bumble, and they said, why'd you swipe right? Really? You don't know? I thought everyone knew. I thought everyone knew. I swipe right on everyone. 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 I would gladly pay $15 a month extra for a select all option. That would really speed things up. So I swipe right on everyone because every guy swipes right on everyone. It's what we do. I thought you knew that. So I swiped right because I swiped right on everyone. I responded to your first text because by your pictures, you're at least last call fuckable. And now we're having this conversation to decide if you're worth betting a domestic beer on. No, it's not romantic at all. But it wasn't my idea to turn dating into shopping for window treatments online. I'm not any more happy about it than you are. We're going to do mouse stuff or what? What's going on here? How are we doing? What's going on? So that was the end of my prepared remarks. I'm going to take a minute. It makes me sad that everyone takes the first opportunity to be shitty to other people. It'd really be nice if people would just say, hey, I could totally snap at that person, but instead I'm just going to say, you have a nice day, sir or madam, and go along your way. Because when someone expects you to fire back at them, give you a fuck you or you're an asshole, to say, you get home safe, sir, have a nice night, most times that frosts their ass more than being rude to them. Because if you're rude to someone, You give them an opportunity to just dismiss you. Well, I don't have to listen to that guy. He was being an asshole. So just in general, try not to be an asshole. I'm Nick Lindemann, and that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Keep it going for Nick Lindemann, making all the ladies in the room feel fucking special. That's for sure. When you point it out like that, now that we know it, then it's like, cool.
I feel like you had an idea.
I mean, I don't go on those things. They're just not. I mean, I'm sure that they're fun. It's like, I don't know. Okay. On to Byron J. We were looking earlier for you. It was funny. We're like, where's the BJ? And like, we wanted one, and then we couldn't find one. And I was like, who else wants one? And it was hilarious. But you're up next. Before that, coming back to the screen, put your hands together. I didn't write it down. I don't know. Maybe it's on this other side somewhere. Something cool about you. There's something cool about everybody. He's got a white shirt on. He's a white guy. He's got a beard and he's blonde. Please put your hands together for Michael Clare.
Those are the only three things about me: white guy, beard, white shirt. That's all I got, guys. I actually planned this entire bit around the idea that this was the Anarchy open mic, which shout out to Erica and Brooke for running that on Fridays. Sign up for it.
Yay!
It's great mic. I've done it a few times before. I got them mixed up. So I based this entire set around the idea this was the Anarchy open mic.
It's okay. It's okay.
Further ado, I wanted to go over the rules of the Anarchy open mic because I like the idea of having rules at an Anarchy open mic, and my favorite is no hate speech, racism, bullying will be tolerated. We want people to feel comfortable. People that might not feel comfortable at regular open mics and work to maintain the safe space. That's like my entire comedy. All I do is make people feel uncomfortable. That's the root of it. So I'm gonna give it a shot and we'll see how it goes. It's mostly racism. So I'll go and start with that. I fucking hate white people. I'm so fucking done with them, us, whatever. Like, I just like it's gotten to the point where if I actually see a group of 10 or more white males, I feel like it's like a horror movie. And I had that happen the other day. It was written 9 months ago. I was in a play, which makes me feel like I'm in high school. So, but no, I was going I was past like a community area, and I looked in this spot, and there was like a room full of white guys, and I've never been so afraid of a room full of people who look just like me. I walked upstairs to my theater partners. I'm like, what the fuck is going on down there? Like, what is happening right now? Like, what's like? I'm scared. Is there like one guy in the front talking a lot? Are they saying the same words over and over? Are they carrying guns? I'm very, very worried. I also had a moment where like I saw, I don't know if it was like a bachelor party or a frat, but it was like 20 or 30 white dudes walking down the street, and they had to walk single file because because of the road. And it was this weird like kindergarten class of like future school shooters, you know? And like I don't know if you can like preemptively wait, am I over? Is that 3:14? Oh, sorry.
I know. And
All right,
the Anarchy mic, we have 5 more minutes, so maybe this bit would have worked perfectly.
So
but we got a couple days.
The white guys chanting Chumbawamba and me calling the cops on them. That's how it ends. All right, thank you
Yeah,
guys.
call the cops. Woo! Hands together for Michael Clare. Woo! There's hope, though. There's hope for everyone. There is. Except for the people that have swallowed demon sperm. Once you go like that, you can't go back, you know? Ami left to hear that. She would have liked that. All right. Our headliner tonight, before we have our round, you guys were all like so excited earlier, and then you were excited again, and now you get to be. It's just so much fun. It's just so much fun over and over again. Let's see if there's anything on my notes I'm supposed to say about you. Oh, you're supposed to be here. Where was that? Do you guys remember when we were all like, oh, where's the BJ? And then we're like, oh, there he is. And then we're like, no, that's the wrong one. And then we had to wait a long time for the first one. And then I don't know. I don't have anything here anymore. We're just done. We're done. We're ready for this. Okay. Whatever you got, just let it out. Okay. Let all your, just, all right. Please put your hands together for our last comedian for our speed round, Byron Johnson.
Woo!
Woo, 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 woo.
I'm glad to know that I've been disappointing everyone all evening. I'm on brand, so that's good. Thank you, Brooke, for hosting this. I've been taking COVID as an opportunity to sort of get my life in order. I have I've taken this time to be honest with myself about some things. Like I've become honest with myself about the fact that I'm hooked on marijuana. I was putting my son to bed at night and finding myself, I would smoke a joint and I found myself playing with his toys and I'd be asking myself deep questions like, do I really know my ABCs? Then I realized I knew I was hooked on marijuana. I was like, because if I'd have done something better in my youth, like get hooked on phonics, I wouldn't even have these problems. I'm really thankful for my wife. She really keeps me in line with everything as far as social movements and gender and sexuality. She keeps me going in the right direction, especially we have a 1-year-old son. And sometimes I find myself like other people naturally pushing him in a certain direction as far as gender. Like when he was born, he had really thick hair. I was like, oh man, the girls are really gonna like him. She said, hey, also the boys can like him. I said, you know what? You're right. And he started to grow his teeth in. He had a little gap in his teeth. I was like, oh, that's cute. Some girls really like gap teeth. And she says, you know who else likes gap teeth? Sometimes men like gap teeth. And then at a 6 month physical, went to the doctor, and the doctor said, it's no big deal, but actually his penis is actually moving, is curved a little bit to the left. There's no problem, it'll probably fix itself, but it's curved a little to the left. And I said, you know what, this is not a big problem. You'll probably just have to find a woman with a crooked vagina. Or I think one thing that we all need to agree on is that there's no such thing as an amateur photographer. Either you can send me an invoice, or you're just an overly confident person with a camera phone. The world is it looks like in the United States especially, everyone is some people are freaking out about cancel culture, and it's interesting that it's moved from the United States to the rest of the world. I was watching the news yesterday and I saw that cancel culture has moved to Greece. In fact, on the news, someone said, this just in, Alexander apparently only okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Byron BJ, Byron Johnson, thank you. We have gotten through all of these people. It's been 2.5 hours. No big deal. Let's go for more. You guys want to do one more minute, everybody? I'm gonna spotlight you. You're not gonna know when it's your turn. You're just gonna have to go. The timer is gonna be there. I'm not gonna. Well, sure, why not? I'll go first. What was I gonna say? Okay, I'll try it. All right. I know what you're thinking. I have pigtail energy. But I feel like that there's something else that people are picking up on. You know, maybe like my big clit energy. You may be feeling that, maybe picking up on that, like la, 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 I can't. I mean, I can't. I want to make a Minora deal, but I feel like I need to make a Majora deal about this. So it's not like my clit's big, like not necessarily. I mean, I did research. I did a lot of research. It was a fun afternoon, to tell you the truth. The hand mirrors. But like she likes to accessorize. She wears a hood, jacket. She's got like wings, like a little cape. Shit, there's so much more to this joke, and my time is up. That was fun. All right. Woo! Who could it be? Who could it be? It could be you. It could be me. It's not going to be me because I just want it's you.
Oh, me. Woo! Okay. Well, how broke is Jackie Chan? In every single one of these movies, he's flipping over, and you never see a single cent like fall out of his pocket. What's up with that? Man, God damn it. So I think ghosts were actually invented by landlords in order to make like their non-haunted rental property seem like a better deal than it is. They're just like, yeah, this other property in a better neighborhood and like is cheaper, but you know, I hear at night the walls bleed. I know it's fucked up, but I thought it was fake too. But why do you think it's so cheap? You know. So murder hornets give me hope for some more like badass insects to come out in the future. Like maybe we can get some mandatory assisted suicide shrimp, or some gang scrubs, gang rape ants. I piss on your grave lobsters. I don't know. That's my time.
Bobby.
Hey, oh, okay. You know what? I think I'm a pretty good mom, and by that I mean I am a bad mom. I'm that kind of mom who, like, on a Wednesday night's gonna be like, "Hey guys, Dad's asleep. Let's head on over to the midnight movie and grab a Big Mac." Next day, I'm checking them in around lunchtime, telling the school they had a doctor's appointment. Yeah, appointment with Dr. Tony Stark and a Big Mac. And, I got 27 seconds. So, more white trailer dictionary expert. My expert in my face. That's why he's my dang ex. Orange. Aren't you gonna put your baby in the dog kennel so we can go to the bar tonight, Louine? Orange. Got a chick in my hot tub. Gonna add my noodle. That's the
All right. So I host trivia on Thursday night, so I thought I'd give you guys some trivia facts. I know you're dying for them. And if you like what you hear, we even have categories as good as appropriate uses for bleach. It can get really competitive in the game. You know, people like to play to see if they're smarter than a president. But here's some trivia facts for you. So a group of lemurs is called a conspiracy. I didn't know so many lemurs were on Facebook, but I guess they are. Antarctica hit a record high in February, highest temperature it's ever had. 4 days later, it beat its own record. That's just how 2020 is going. So it really begs me to ask the question, why the fuck do I have a 401k? Because we are all gonna die. Then finally, the Twilight Saga is 607 minutes long. And you know what? I don't even have a joke for that. I just hate that I know that fact from running trivia.
I do this thing sometimes, like not like sometimes, like a little more often than sometimes. Like maybe like every once in a while I do this thing. Maybe like, you know, like kind of every chance I get, but like a little more than that. Like maybe like really often, you know, like anytime nobody's looking at me, I kill myself and I'm still here. You ever ask yourself a question? I asked myself a question one time and like I didn't accept the answer. I like analyzed the answer. I looked at it from every direction, you know, like I took the answer, I flipped it on its head. I spun it. I saw the rotation of the answer. It opened a secret cave. I rooted around in the cave and saw the treasure. And the treasure was just the answer I gave myself the first time. Like, yes, I'll have cheese with that.
Now, being queer and trans, I remember that I have to be up to date on current events, such as the protest in Rockford, Illinois, suburb of Chicago, where they were protesting story time with drag queens. And folks said that it was because they needed to protect the children. Protect the children. I mean, we have children in concentration camps, for sure, protect the children. And we have unarmed Black children being shot at police on a regular basis, but sure, protect the children. Protect the children. Yet at 10 years old, I walked in on my parents in doggy style. Where the fuck were you? Protect the children, my ass. It looked like two Hershey's Kisses I left in the sun too long and they were melting together. My father went to my room and said, "Son, do you know where babies come from?" "Yeah, Dad, apparently from broken homes." "Thanks a lot, asshole."
Hey guys, I'm not very religious, but I do worship one God, and that's the porcelain God. Yep. Every Sunday at around 3 a.m., I'll just get down on my knees and purge all of my sins, and he just flushes them away. Now that's a God you can count on. If I had to post my religious status on Facebook, it would say it's complicated. That's about it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, what's my password? ABC123. All right, I'm in Hawaii. Are there any other cat people out there? Cat people. Woo! Protect cat people, whatever. Cat people. All right. I have a conspiracy theory. I think cats are reincarnated stoners. They're who the good stoners get to be someday. Woo! If they are good enough, they get to be cats. Right? Let's break this down. You know, both of them stay out late. They're always hungry. I had this cat that didn't understand how to use the litter box. This is what he thought. He thought he was supposed to poop on the floor next to the box, take of the litter out of the box.
I was raised in a household. Wait. Restart. I was raised in a household that was devoid of humor. We didn't do jokes. We didn't do sarcasm. Yeah, it was super fun. We did have lots of passive aggression, though. But I'd have thought you'd have known that by now. I think volleyball was invented for people who just can't catch. They thought basketballs were too heavy. Too light. I look like what you get if a troll doll was a failed wrestler. That was super fun. I'm done.
All right. One thing that I'm really excited about right now, with all the unfortunate things that are going on with sort of racial revolution that's happening in America, is that all my white friends are getting really well read on race issues. So now I have people coming up. I had a friend the other day come up to me and say, it's really tough, all the things that you have to deal with, all the blatant racism and all the microaggressions. And I said, I don't really have problems like that because niggas know not to fuck with me like that. I'm married now, but before I got married, I was at a bar talking to a young lady, going back and forth, and she said, "Before we go any further, I want to let you know something about me. I'm a demisexual." I said, "I don't know what that is." She said, "Demisexual is someone that can only be attracted to someone when they really get to know them." I said, "Oh, that's really interesting. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Byron."
So 3 years ago, I went to go visit some friends who live in Salt Lake City, and they were showing me around the town, and I was like kind of over Omaha, and I was like looking for like a new place to live, looking for places with better jobs than like Omaha. Well, at least for my industry, Omaha is a good place for unemployment, but for me, I was like terrible. So I was like, they're like telling me how great Salt Lake City was, the mountains, the recreation opportunities, the job opportunities, how people are nice and stuff. It's like, what don't you like about Salt Lake City? Because I want to know the full story. And they're like, we don't like Mormons. So they liked everything except for the Mormons, and obviously they're not Mormons. So, and then they it was like a half hour of just like everything that's wrong with their religion. So that's like a callback to somebody else's thing. I was trolling him. I was like, "Hey, I'm Mormon," and then I said, "Just kidding," just to troll the guy, because he was like going off on Mormons. So I thought, oh, well, have fun. And then some.
No.
What the?
Let me get some up here. I'm really thirsty. I'm so thirsty that I'm drinking Dasani.
Uh-oh.
Fucking disgusting. I think I'm gonna quit the arts and be something our society actually needs, like a hedge fund manager. I'm just kidding.
It's over, Natalie, or did you just not start it yet?
I think my minute's over.
Okay, cool. I don't know if Nick is at a complete stop.
I'm not. I'm still moving.
Okay, it's okay. I got.
Oh, it's me. So I wrote a rap for Brooke because it sounded like she had a rough week. She's already seen part of it, so this is for her. I'm the real deal. Doesn't matter how you feel. I take life by the wheel and make people squeal. Sometimes it's because of the rhymes that I drop. Sometimes it's because they like me on top of my comedy game and have got insta fame. My name is Brooke. You're gonna like how I cook. When it's rap time, I've got all the rhymes. When I freestyle, I'll make you smile 69 times. Because I'm real fine. My name is Brooke. You're gonna like how I cook. Okay, that's all for me. That's what I had. I didn't have anything comedy. I just had a rap.
That was amazing. That was love. That was cool. Thank you, Annalise. I don't feel comfortable with Nick doing a minute while he is driving, so it looks like our lightning round has come to an end. Everyone got to go, correct? Yes? Oh, you guys are so much fun. That was fantastic. Being alive. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being alive. Whoever got to watch us, thank you. I'm so glad that you are here, just laughing and choosing to laugh instead of being in our heads. Just try to be present. Things can be super, super overwhelming, so just be where you're at, wherever you may be. If you're eating, just eat, right? If you're sleeping, just sleep. Don't be afraid to just, it's cool when there's like just such a pretty face on the screen, like you want to watch, but take care of you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. We're gonna say goodnight to the live stream. So goodbye, thousands of people that are watching.